Squadron reporting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Phoenix Rising. Real quick, I realized just now that, when Ission finished with the K-Wings, I never got something started again. So, I think we should probably do that. This is just because it's,
Building cancelled.
Yeah. This here is probably going to be quick. But I don't know if that we're going to build any of these, because they don't have any hyperdrive. Then again, neither did these to start with. And again, we've got E-Wings. They get really fast and maneuverable, better hyperdrive. Shielding goes up by not quite double, bit more health. Minimum range goes up, interesting. I assume that's going to be the laser, because the longer range, the 3200, is going to be the proton torpedoes, surely. So that's another 400 meters on the lasers. Plus they get an extra damage, 60 damage. I think we go with those.
Building cancelled.
I'd say that's fairly sensible. We're certainly going to use them. Whereas these, if they get a hyperdrive, then sure, I'll use them. But otherwise not, and because I don't know, I think it's better off that we just get the things that we do know. At least for now. That interdictor finished. Where are we sending that? And those frigates. Well, first things first. For this episode, our primary goal, to start with at least, is going to be to visit as many planets as we can, as many Imperial planets as we can, with spies. And the first question in that is, do we use like actual spies with the intelligence trait, so they'll give us better information? Or do we just like break all of our stealth units up and send them out all over the place? Either one is going to be a fair bit of work, but I think that second option is the more sensible one, because it'll mean that we have eyes on more planets total all at once, which should give us a bit more of a complete picture of what we're looking at.
Affirmative.
We also want to stop this nonsense. They are almost certainly trying to reconnect their territory. And to be perfectly honest, I'm half tempted to let them, because it will mean that they, will be all together and able to bring everything they've got to bear against us, which, yeah, might make things more interesting.
We're going in.
But then again, I don't know if we really necessarily want more interesting where we currently are in the campaign. Kind of feeling like it's about time to start winding this nonsense down. You guys need to not be here. Not with that Dominator just next door. But that is the other thing I'd like to discuss this episode. The idea of, do we start winding this campaign down? Or do we maybe aim to make things a little more interesting? Having seen some of Corey's recent episodes, recent as of this video anyway, it seems to me like You guys are gonna be a pain in the butt. Never mind. It seems to me that they are not super close. It's probably still a couple of months away, from what I understand how far along they are. And I don't feel like... Oh, there's that. I don't feel like artificially dragging this campaign out. Good grief. Okay. Main reason I'm actually doing this is I don't want the auto-resolve to accidentally get her. Ooh, lag spike. And more lag spike. What are they dropping?
Yes. Can do. Ready for recon. Ready to move. Reporting. Who's the target?
We've secured a build pad.
Juggernaut ready. Acknowledged.
Awaiting destination. Gearing up.
Our
Enemy
base
forces
is under
ahead.
attack. We've lost a build pad.
What was I saying? I got very distracted.
Transfer coordinates.
Dragging this campaign out. Right. So I guess our main options, as I've said before, our main options are either to
Open fire.
kind of try to aim for
Roger that.
keeping this campaign going long enough to be able to play with point 3 of Thrawn's Revenge,
Active. Going there now. I'm here.
or
sir.
we
Right.
just kind of wrap it up as soon as we can,
Armored transport ready.
and it takes however long that takes.
Comlink active. Moving to position.
As I've said before, I'm not, at this point, I'm not starting a campaign in point 2. Not with how close point 3 is. Like, even if it is a couple of months, that's still... I feel like that's still putting it at the point where we would be just sort of getting into the campaign. Or at least I feel like that's how it would be. This campaign and Fall of the Republic have both seemed like they didn't really get properly started until some way into the campaign, at least a few weeks, more properly a couple of months. This was when, especially this campaign had a very slow burn on the start there.
Moving ahead.
So I feel like definitely if we were to start a campaign in point 2, it would very much feel like we had just gotten started
Awaiting orders. Roger.
once point 3 drops, and that's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Copy.
However, on the other hand,
Roger that.
I do not want
Attack position.
there to be a giant gap in videos because YouTube already hates me for just missing a couple of videos here and there. Guys, they're right there.
Moving to target.
You can get into range. I suppose we can actually retreat.
We can't hold out any longer.
I'm
All
just
forces
sitting here not wanting to auto-resolve because I don't want to kill her, but I forgot that was an option. But anyway, the point is,
our
I don't know how long this campaign is going to take to finish up if we rush it.
system lost.
As in, I've been talking about these like two different options. Either we rush and hurry up, or we kind of let things go, try to make things a little more interesting somehow. But I don't know how fast or slow either of those options is going to be. Like, I have no idea. Also, one of the big differences between this campaign and Fall of the Republic
Destination acquired.
was that in Fall of the Republic, there at the end, like, we had the scale of the battles basically was just going up through the entire campaign. At the very end, we had the single largest battle we had ever had.
Station ready.
Which was just absolutely absurd in the size of that last battle. Or I guess it was second to last battle because we still had that one planet, but whatever it was. The point stands, there was still a lot of fighting to do right up to the last few planets. This campaign, I'm not sure that that's really gonna be a thing. But do you see the issue? The thing is, like, I've been thinking about this in terms of us taking every single planet in the galaxy. In Fall of the Republic, that was really difficult, especially towards the end where they had just ginormous stacks on their planets, and we had to, like, gather together enormous forces to do that. Like, yes, there at the end there was no risk of us losing, really, because we could outproduce them, but still, those last battles were very difficult and very interesting, very entertaining to watch. This campaign, they still have a lot, but it's not anywhere near what we've got. They don't have, like, giant doom stacks.
Station ready.
So I kind of feel like
En route.
taking every planet is gonna get old real quick once they don't really have any forces left, which, to be honest, is part of what I'm looking for.
Station ready.
Can we...
Construction complete.
Right away.
What was the upgrade? I think that upgrade was whatever Akbar Sky was doing on the ground, which I don't remember. But never mind. See, like, look at this. This is potentially an interesting fight. Except we have this, and I don't think they stand a chance. Where else might there be some large stack of ships? Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of empty planets. So, like,
Station ready. Navigating to coordinates.
I guess the conclusion I'm coming to here is that actually we're going to not be, at least not fully, be taking every planet in the galaxy. We're going to have to decide on some kind of end point, end stage. I guess. Or at least, I suppose one thing I could do that I don't typically do is just do all of these battles, all of these, take all of these planets, and the battles that are just not anything really, just cut them out completely and just be like, yep, took this, yep, took this.
Station ready.
Suppose there's not necessarily anything wrong with doing that. Like, look, that's just not even... Yeah. Yeah. And while, again, I don't know how long this is going to take, I don't think it's going to take very long. Even if I left the battles in the episodes and did them normally, this is still... We've reached the unfortunate end point of these sorts of games where we have essentially won and they don't know it yet. Like, I don't feel like there's any way for them to recover. I said before, and I'll say it again, the only way I see them coming back from this sort of thing, or being able to properly threaten us, is if they have a SSD producing on a planet somewhere that they hit us with. Because I assume they get some kind of super ship that's bigger than a secular. I suppose maybe they get Praetors. Praetors are in the game. But I still don't really see why, like... I mean, to be honest, like, why is this a thing? Why do they have so many credits that they just don't spend? We're on the hardest difficulty. Surely they should be doing more, but they're just not. The CSA wasn't really... The Empire hasn't been... So I guess the kind of inescapable conclusion to all of this nattering on is that, yeah, we're pretty much going to be finishing this campaign relatively soon, and it's not going to be in time with point 3, unless we artificially drag the campaign out. And the only way I can see justifying that sort of thing is with some kind of lore explanation. But I can't think of any particularly reasonable lore explanation for us just letting the Empire build back up arbitrarily. So I guess the conclusion to all of this is we'll just go through. I will edit out the battles that are just not interesting. I mean, like, this doesn't even look like this has got anything on the ground. Where's our actual spy down here? He's over here.
Confirmed.
Upgrade complete.
Another upgrade.
Upgrade complete.
Order received.
2 of them. See, that's one of the things that really kind of bums me out about this whole situation is we've got all these interesting ships that we're not really
Upgrade in
getting
progress.
to use much. Like, what's the point of being able to have all these upgrades that you can build without, like, being able to use them? Now that was cool.
Upgrade in progress.
And then I did notice Bonadin is just about done.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade in progress.
But yeah, I guess that's what we do. We just finish it quickly. And assuming point 3 is still a ways away, I don't know, I guess. Well, I mean, I suppose there's nothing wrong with, like, doing some shorter series. Nothing wrong with it. It's more sensible, actually, to do some shorter series that aren't... What episode are we up to now? This is 134? Yeah, that's a little, maybe a little much. This has gone on for a very long time. So maybe I just do some shorter series of something. I still want to play Oxygen Not Included. Would it be weird if I just started that series up again from where I was? Potentially. Nothing on the ground. Why? Is this... Oh, it's stealthed on land, that's why. Okay, so maybe they have built stuff. Fair enough. What about Naboo? That's not. Does seem sometimes like they have planets where they just don't want to build stuff. No, they are building some stuff. Okay. Oh, the sentry tanks are up to maximum. The chassis is not very sturdy. Even at max level. They're reasonably speedy, I guess. Turbo laser is the same on both variants. Blaster's twice the damage. That doesn't seem like a very worthwhile upgrade, I'm gonna be honest. I guess maybe it's the fire rate. Which, again, I don't know why fire rate is not a thing on those unit cards, but it's not. Would be really nice to know, but whatever, I guess.
On the way.
So yeah, I guess we just get a move on and start breaking things. How did that get there? I guess they must have these two planets. Yeah. Alright, well.
Proceeding.
Suppose let's start with Bespin. Because I do want to verify these two planets.
Battle imminent.
And yeah, I guess I'll just edit down the episodes
Squadron reporting.
more so to well, basically edit out the uninteresting battles that don't really have anything to them. I particularly don't like that because when I watch
Right away.
these sorts of series myself,
Bomber standing by.
it doesn't even really matter what the game is if the person in question is editing out things like that, even just the little battles. I feel like I lose the context of what's going on really quickly and can't keep track of what's happening. But I suppose you could argue that here at the end of the campaign, there's not really that much context to keep track of, so it's not that big a deal. If that makes sense? Really? Oh, stealth space. Surely it would tell you what's on the ground, though. Oh, okay.
En route.
Guess it kinda does.
Proceeding.
Are you serious? They couldn't even destroy that dinky little fleet? Really? Think the X-Wings can get in there and kill them fast enough to avoid them? Oh, we got another interdictor. Whoops. What was that? Oh, that was F. Right. Still didn't find out exactly what that is, like, targeting. Guess we're going to have to kill that fleet ourselves. They definitely do not have the bombers necessary to kill that interdictor this time.
Tactical battle imminent.
Hi. I just built that.
Heading for coordinates.
Tactical battle imminent.
So yeah, I guess after all that waffling on about
Cruiser
what's
standing
what,
by.
I suppose
Battleship here.
There they are.
I'm just going to
Affirmative. Ready to commence.
carry on
Star
as
Destroyer
quickly
standing
as
by.
possible.
Weapons
You know,
deployed.
within
Y-wing
reason.
squadron reporting.
We need to destroy that interdictor or we
Ready
aren't
for
going
orders.
anywhere.
Yeah, it's us who's gonna want to go somewhere.
All craft attack.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Engaging the enemy.
I just totally brain farted on what I was saying. Why are you turning this way? Your cannons on the right side aren't firing.
Moving to coordinates.
Weapons online.
Yeah, I guess just mainly what I'm trying to say is
We're here. Weapons off.
we'll just
Enemies incoming. Picking up
go
signal.
through as quickly as is reasonable.
Weapons charged.
I'm not going to deliberately get things killed. I'm not going to like auto-resolve things
Y-wing standing by.
I've got a problem here.
because, quite frankly, I think that's a really good way to get
Reporting in.
like
Ready for command. We've got them on the
things in such a position that
Calamari cruiser here.
we actually can't easily do this. Like, auto-resolving ourselves against enemy fleets would probably be a good way to artificially make this campaign longer, basically. So, I ain't doing that, but I will edit out the battles that are not interesting, and I suppose we'll just have to wait for the next Empire at War campaign for Thrawn's Revenge Point 3. And I'm probably going to hit some more interdictors now that I think about it.
Vehicle in production.
Suppose I'll just send these... You know what? I'm going to send them into this fleet just to
We're moving out.
test them out.
En route.
So yeah, basically, let's get this show on the road. I figure... That'd be a more interesting battle. Yeah, why not?
Moving out.
Proceeding to location.
That was weird. I suppose we just kind of head out in basically every available direction. I do want Ord Mantell. I realize it's kind of pointless at this stage, because the reason I want it is because of the units that you could build there. So yeah, that's not all that relevant anymore. Same with Munilinst, but I'm gonna anyway. Do we just send him straight in? I don't see why not.
Upgrade complete.
Oh yay, another upgrade that we're never gonna get to use. Yeah, that's just yeah. Unless they've got backup somewhere out there. He doesn't have an interdictor though.
Setting course.
The upgrade was Brigia, which I don't know what that was doing. What were you doing? Oh, was that the last one for the infantry? Okay. Well, I guess that's it.
Training.
Congratulations, you've been promoted. Let's go ahead and take Anawat.
Invasion commencing.
Firehawks. It's this map.
Yeah, I'll get there. Moving out.
Interesting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Destination set.
Destination
I
received.
suppose, now that I think about it, Akbar not having an interdictor could potentially make for things being a little more interesting a little further down the line. Because what it could
Reinforcements en
do,
route.
something we could potentially, I don't know if we can like do it deliberately, but something we could try to do
Is approaching. Where's the job?
is basically
On the move.
Transport ready. Destination
force them
set.
together into a single location.
Right away.
More or less.
On our way,
Maximum
sir.
unit
Engines
capacity.
primed.
You know, similar to what we've been trying to avoid with the CSA
Your
for
orders.
this whole campaign, basically.
Ready. Artillery online. Checking sector.
Ready. Got it. Moving out.
That could be,
Affirmative. Heading
that could
out.
make for an interesting final battle if we can actually get them forced into like a single planet or two.
Armored transport ready. Right, sir. On our way, sir.
But again, I don't know how practical it
Almost
is
there.
to try and do that deliberately without like a lot of faffing around with it.
I copy. Moving into that area, sir.
Can you go out on the water? You sure can. Hey, let's just go ahead and avoid all of that nonsense.
Yes, sir.
These are... the Firehawks are not bad. Got a decent laser. It's not that thing's turbo laser. But they're also quite a bit more sturdy. This is like a proper battle tank, I think. I don't know, would you consider that a main battle tank? I suppose with the way Star Wars' vehicles work, it's kind of a little
Destination received.
funky.
Initiating ground
They don't necessarily have the
Orders.
standard main battle tank.
Gold Squadron commencing attack.
Oh, there aren't any
I have
buildings
visual
here.
contact.
Are there?
Copy that.
Oh, you guys are gonna have a bad day.
Roger that.
I don't know what the red is. Is that... are we taking damage from the rain? It'd be really nice if the planets that damage your units actually said that they damage your units. Like, explicitly somewhere.
Men, prepare for assignment.
Assisting with suppressive fire.
Reporting in.
You're Rangers, but Rangers are still pretty good. EV.
Reporting in. Will do.
Go ahead and get back in. Not all of you. Just there we go.
Landing zone.
What are your orders?
Follow that Firehawk. I guess.
Copy that.
Awaiting orders. Beginning attack.
Going there now. At your command.
Okay, I didn't actually want you to go that way, but sure. Whatever.
Heading out. Going.
Get up in here.
Awaiting orders. Copy. I copy. Reporting. Form up. Fall out.
Yeah, it's looking like they don't actually have any actual buildings. I think I say actually a little too much. Actually.
Awaiting orders. Attacking now.
Nope, they have one barracks. 2 barracks. Do I hear 3? Bombers kind of passed right over here, so I don't think so.
Bombardment
Get in
available.
formation now.
You. This one is going to be the biggest pain in the butt to get to.
Copy. Attack.
What? How does the laser compare? Oh, this is anti-material laser. Doesn't do as much damage, but the anti-armor is substantial. Ooh, wait a minute. Is there something back there? Yes, but it's not a real thing.
Let's go.
We've secured a build pad.
Yes, pop back into the transports.
Waiting instructions. This way. Over here. Keep moving. Roger that. Your orders? Who's the target? Moving out. Yes, sir. En route. Ready for combat.
You're not going to cooperate, are you?
Right away. Moving out. Transport here. What do you need? Ready for battle. Waiting, sir. Roger
No,
that.
get in.
Transport ready. Let's go. I copy. Fire! Enemy targeted.
Reporting.
Guys,
Right away.
you're shooting the anti-infantry turret.
Moving to
That's
attack
not
range.
helpful.
Bombers at the ready. Reporting. Attack that target. Target's locked.
They've got decent range, the Firehawks, it looks like. More so than these. Probably not more than these, though.
Take him out.
Attack.
Yes, sir. Keep going. Armored transport ready. Ready. Yes, Commander.
We've lost a build
They're
pad.
falling back.
Building started. Tactical battle imminent.
Y'all can do it next. This should be a proper battle. Do I bother putting things in groups?
Frequency open. Battleship standing by.
Suppose I might as well.
Ready for command.
I copy.
Well,
Enemy has been
maybe not everything.
You calling
Why
for
do
aid,
you
Colonel?
have to be so far out in the boonies?
Large reporting in.
At your command.
Troop transport ready. Standing by. Yeah.
Why do we have a random Mark 1 CR90?
Awaiting orders.
Okay, you're actually
Form up.
Awaiting
doing the
orders.
thing that I...
Awaiting order.
Now that I think about it, remember
Shields are down.
Roger that.
explicitly mentioning that being the thing where you charge too far forward because you're just a little too fast for your own good.
Starting my run.
Copy.
Awaiting your command.
Oof.
Order confirmed.
Okay, let me just
Form up.
quickly...
Waiting orders. Shuttle here. Shuttle reporting. Reporting for
I'm not
duty.
going to put them in proper groups. I'm
Your
just
orders?
going to grab
Yes,
everything
Commander. Yes, sir.
and charge.
Ready to receive orders.
Go, go, go.
Your command.
Oh, we might lose their
We've got them on the
Republic
run.
start. Really?
Commander.
Nah.
We've
Are you
got them on
serious?
scope.
Form up.
I copy.
The one in the center. You know, looking at this, it might actually be more practical than I think, or initially thought, to get these guys to group up on a single planet. Maybe not all of their forces across the galaxy. That would be the most interesting.
Coming in fast. Mark 6.1.
But maybe we can get enough of them together to make an interesting battle where they actually stand their ground. I was not expecting them to retreat like that, but I guess the Bulwark, I mean, it is a battleship. Though, again, I say, why, when we have this, and 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 this, not to mention these things, why does it seem like the Empire has, let's see, victories, which are kind of in the same ballpark as a Providence, Venators, also. Venators are definitely more parity with these guys. Imperial Star Destroyers, Dominator Star Destroyers, Tector Star Destroyers. We've seen one Secutor. That's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Where are all the rest of their ship types? I don't understand it. There should be, like, we should be dealing with, certainly at month 70 in this campaign, we should be dealing with, like, I don't know, allegiances, Tectors, Praetors, multiple Secutors. Like, there should be so much more that we're dealing with. The other ship types. Where are they? Why do we seem to have so many more than they do? I think one thing I'm going to do at the end of this campaign is I'm going to go and start a campaign, the same map, same setup, but start it in, as the, what am I trying to say? Start one as the Empire, and then start one as the
Standing by.
CSA,
Weapons ready. Roger that.
and actually, like, compare them.
En route.
Because I have the distinct feeling that the AI should be building things that they're not, for whatever reason. Ooh, X7s. Of course, they would have these here because you can build, like, Ord Mantell is one of the ones where you can build several different interesting units. Not that I remember what any of those are, but that's a thing. I'm reasonably certain. No, I don't even just go. There's nothing. They're not going to be able to do anything to this thing. Where is their ship that can do that kind of firepower? Of all the factions that are in this game, Surely,
We need to destroy
the
the
Empire should be able to do that and better. Look at that firepower. Look at that absurd firepower. We should have to be dealing with that kind of thing pouring off of all of those red bolts should be green. There should be some giant ship that can do that. Surely they can build. I don't know. Something to be able to compete with this sort of thing. Yeah. Did I complete that thought? I'm going to start after this one is over. I'm going to start a campaign in each of the other two factions just to look through the tech tree and see what they have available to them.
Battleship, yes, Commander.
And see what the AI should be building and isn't, or see if maybe there's just not anything else. This thing is taking on multiple... This thing is ridiculous. It's not even... It's shooting at those stupid things.
I'm in range. We're starting our attack run.
Weapons online.
And all I have to do
Moving to attack position.
is tell it to focus on something. She's been splitting her fire this whole time.
I can't hold on. Can't hold on. Try not to let one on your tail.
I might be going in a little too aggressive, but there's twice as much hull as shielding on this thing. Although, to be fair, they don't have a lot of ion cannons.
An excellent
But that's why she's here.
Weapons armed.
Do you want to get in and deal with the bombers?
Closing on enemy. Weapons charged. We go around for another pass? Fire.
I don't feel like that funky maneuver is really necessary.
Awaiting orders.
You consider yourself to be fully in range, really?
Beware of traps.
Okay.
Shield generator
It's
is
the
down.
giant rock.
Moving into position. Moving to coordinates. Order acknowledged.
Come on,
Moving out.
get in here. Yeah, that'll work.
Frequency open.
Yeah, I might be going a little too aggressive, but as soon as we take this thing out, their overall damage is going to be cut down. Not quite in half, but by a lot. This is the most powerful thing they've got here.
Switch pattern. Ready.
What do you suggest?
Mon calamari cruiser here. Your orders?
You guys, you know what? Shoot at that if you would.
Ready.
I really wish you would get in here. The stupid giant rocks, why?
I copy.
They look cool, like that is a cool visual. You know, like you look at this and you've got the big rocks in the background. This is a horrible angle. Yeah, it's cool, like the big three giant asteroids there in the back. It's a cool add something like that to the map, but the fact that they interfere with the pathfinding is just not acceptable. It's just not.
Battleship standing by.
Go ahead and finish that off.
Formation.
Does that thing?
Attack formation.
Oh no, those are missiles. They look like the tracers from rapid fire what's it?
Enemy.
The rapid slug throwers. That was weird.
I've got my approach vector.
I copy.
My sensors are malfunctioning. That's got him. They've got us targeted.
I mean, in fairness,
Where are you?
this thing is no slouch when it comes to damage. Oh, hello.
Switch patterns. They have strong resistance.
Moving to coordinates.
I forgot they had another one of
Let one on your
those.
tail.
Roger that.
Why
Standing by.
are you not moving? Are you tractor beamed?
Reporting in.
No, why aren't you moving?
Form up. Vector set.
Switch patterns.
Approaching new coordinates now.
Fall back, please.
Heading out.
It ain't gonna happen. Okay, that's not good.
Attack range. Acknowledged.
Crossfire.
Do we have everything? Not quite.
Waiting orders. V-wing here. Copy that. Cargo secure.
That ain't good.
Roger.
Yes, Commander.
No, I gave her. That's the wrong
Sensors are
group.
malfunctioning.
For crying out loud. You guys, go. We might lose this.
Orders.
I might have gone a little too far, too fast.
Setting course.
No, for goodness sake.
Those asteroids are dangerous. Our
An
shields can't
excellent
keep them
tactic.
all out.
Nah, she's not.
Moving
She's
into
refusing.
Copy.
Watch your six.
Can you really not pull back?
Let's move out. Let's go.
Really not.
Enemy unit disabled.
She's just refusing to...
Enemy target sighted.
Okay,
Formation. Roger that. Draw their fire.
get in here and see if you can distract. Also,
Copy. I copy.
is that really all we've got? No.
Reporting.
Oh, they're just... Right, they're fast. Bombers. Are there any more bombers? Can we not with the bombers?
Locking on. Awaiting instructions.
That's alright.
Choose your
No.
reinforcements.
Beware of traps.
If she was in here, if these rocks weren't an issue...
Form up. Encountering resistance. Enemy sighted.
Battleship here.
The
Encountering resistance.
that thing is getting destroyed there. We don't have any
Choose your
Hajens here,
reinforcements.
Ready for command.
or any kind of fleet tender.
Form up.
Go, people, go!
Engaging target.
Oh, it's gonna be really close.
Hold on.
Either way.
Stay in attack formation.
No! Oh, it was just a fraction of a second. Are you kidding me?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Enemy fighters.
Can you get in here reasonably now?
What do you suggest?
Someone? Looks like it.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving out.
I'll be honest, I did not expect that. I was maybe a little overconfident there.
Underway.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Targeting systems active.
Why do these things refuse to use their point defense?
Systems.
That thing just got bombed and there was absolutely no reason for it.
Form up.
Reporting in.
Keep your eyes open. Awaiting orders.
Ready. Standing by. Moving to coordinates.
Well, in fairness, I'm not the least bit concerned about it. It might slow down this quadrant of attack, but even that, I don't even think then, because we've got a supplementary fleet back where we came from that can fill this gap.
Choose your reinforcements.
We already filled the gap. Like, yeah, we don't have a giant battleship. We have a
Reporting in.
slightly less giant battleship.
Yes, Commander.
So, oh well.
Ready.
Which is really just kind of disappointing. Surely, if anyone can shrug off a giant battleship loss, it should be the Empire.
Copy.
Frigate reporting.
You'd think.
Open fire.
Copy. Stay in attack formation. I can't hold on.
Weapons ready. Roger. We're starting our attack run.
Armed and ready.
Well, that's actually an impressive number of gammas. What do those come from, I wonder? What launches them? 2 transport groups. 7 transports. 15 transport groups. Probably her.
Acknowledged.
The Bulwark didn't have that much in the way of
Your command?
I copy. Reporting.
strike craft, did it?
Form up.
I copy.
Roger. Ready. What is your order? Roger that. A-wing here. Reporting in.
Have I mentioned that I actually really like the design of these things? It's very practical looking, but also very distinctive. Like, you look at that and you immediately can tell what it is. Kinda funky.
We've got them on the run.
We are victorious.
Yep, totally forgot about that second Imperial, and definitely went in a little too aggressive. Mostly I was going in so aggressive because I was kind of planning on Akbar and the Bulwark like sliding in together, and didn't account for the rocks. Should have, didn't. But I mean, some of his initial green lines were quite good. It didn't seem like it should be a problem, but evidently it was. However,
Proceeding.
again I say, I'm not the least bit concerned. Can we see what's at Bilbringy?
Heading out.
No. Okay. I guess the question is, do we even bother replacing that ship? We could. But again, why bother? That's something we could do. Come to think of it, we could basically like how would we put it? We could say that the New Republic Senate feels we have enough. We have spent enough credits on the military and we don't need any more, and so we could just start building ships. I don't think that would be enough to prevent us from winning this, but it could make things a little more interesting in some cases where we're like, you know, basically put things back to the way they were, where it was an actual question of can we do this? I don't know.
Invasion
Which would be
commencing.
nice, because this sort of thing where it's like a done deal and there's no question of it is like not all that fun.
Choose your reinforcements.
Wow, 2 mines. Look at that. Ain't that neat? How useful. Is that a tauntaun? It sure is. I don't think I recognize this map. Now that I think about it. Do I? I don't know.
We've lost a build pad. Reinforcements cancelled.
Right away.
There's some parts of this that look kind of familiar, like this bit. But
We've secured a
I
build
don't know. What is over here? Oh, those are
We've
actual
lost a build pad.
fauna. Some of them are you can shoot at, and some of them you can't. That's just
Moving into
frustrating.
area, sir. Destination received.
We've secured an abandoned mining facility.
Yay, credits.
Mining facility.
What is that?
Torpedo launcher mobile, sir.
Oh, that's a den.
Initiating ground assault.
Oh, is that a wampa den? Wait, was that up there a wampa that we could shoot at?
Where's the job? Right.
No, that's definitely a tauntaun.
Consider it.
Okay, whatever.
Standing by, sir. Beginning attack. Right away.
Going there now.
Engines primed.
We've got them. Send reinforcements.
Yes, Commander. I await your instructions.
Moving out. Reporting. Moving out. Heading out.
You guys are hitting the wall.
Ready.
Yes, Commander. This way.
Artillery online.
Mining run available.
Torpedoes away.
Comlink active.
Oh, they're doing research here.
Computers locked on target.
Fall out. Let's move out.
I've got my approach
Is it
vector.
better to do it that way? Or is it
Let's go.
not?
Keep going.
I don't know. I can't tell. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't give you any useful information about what those abilities do.
Fire at will. Ready, sir. Attacking.
I copy.
Yes, sir.
Sensor node constructed.
Yes, sir. This way. Enemy targeted.
Active.
Construction complete.
Enemy sighted. Firing.
Choose your reinforcements.
Heading out, sir.
Reinforcements cancelled.
On the way. Comlink active.
We've got them on the run.
Roger that. Over there. Checking sector. Fire. Heading out. Fall out.
Form up. For the
We've
Alliance.
secured a system control achieved.
Alright, well, I suppose that's probably a
Building
good
under
spot to
construction.
stop. Actually, after that last battle was probably the better place to stop, looking at the time. Didn't realize we'd been going quite so long.
Building started.
But, yeah. I suppose we are basically at this point winding down the campaign. We'll keep going until the end proper. I suppose what I'll do is just what I said, carry on going, edit out the battles that aren't interesting, such as that. Yeah, they did arrive. The Sashins did arrive. Actually, no, I take it back. I'm keeping that whole battle in there because that's the last of the CSA. Where at this point I'm like 99.9% certain. It's gotta be. But other than that, like, I think what I'll probably do is like show the beginning battle and then the result, showing that it was an uninteresting battle. But other than that, edit them out, and we'll just go through and rip them apart. And I think I will just stop building units. I'll keep researching stuff just for the heck of it. Kind of curious just to see what, what things get at max level and stuff like that. But honestly, we don't need it. That was a stupid mistake with the Bulwark, but even if this trend continues, I mean, they lost way more than we did, so it'll eventually end up with them losing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. One thing I do want to do as a like final lore point to hit is I do want Luke to go up against Mara Jade, who might actually still be here. Can we... Hang on, real quick. Did we trap her here? No, we did not. We did, however, trap an alarming ground force, which is going to be interesting. To be honest, it's starting to look an awful lot like the ground battles are going to be the interesting points in the next few episodes, because they've got some pretty nasty units on quite a few of their planets that we've checked. Well, some of their planets that we've checked. They've had more nasty ground forces than they've had nasty fleets, which would be an interesting change from Fall of the Republic, if nothing else. But yes, I do want to have Luke go up against Mara Jade, and in-game have him kill her, but, kind of lore reason it away as he subdued her, talked her down, they fought, the sort of thing that you would kind of expect from that kind of encounter. But other than that, I think it's just, the rest of this is just going to be squashing planets for the most part. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions or requests or anything, ideas, let me know.
Constructing.
I cannot say what exactly is going to happen next episode because I'm just going to start sending our fleets out. And just whatever happens first, whatever is what happens first. And I also can't say exactly how many episodes this is all gonna take because it will depend on, well, obviously just how much stuff they have and how many interesting battles we have. But yeah, this is just about the end of it. The very final stages of the campaign, where we are essentially more or less just mopping up. So yeah, I suppose I will say thank you for watching, I'm not building Mankfims. Those are not very good. Thank you for watching. Take care. And farewell.
Building under construction.
I don't know why I'm going through building all of these things. There's not really any point to this anymore, is there?
Constructing.
Oh well, whatever.